Okay, so this is a quick startup and troubleshooting video for Tomahawk backpack sprayers. This can apply to the TCS 6.5, TPS 25 as well. These are two-stroke or two-cycle engines, so we recommend the 50-to-1 fuel mix. You can use the True Fuel brand. This is the VP small engine fuels, but as long as it's 50-to-1 two-cycle fuel, you should be good to go. So we've already put some two-cycle fuel in the fuel tank here. So first couple steps, there's a primer bulb here towards the bottom of the carburetor. You're gonna pump that roughly 5 to 7 times until you see the fuel flowing through the lines up to the carburetor and back. When it's a cold start, your first time starting it up fresh out of the box, this is the choke here. You want the choke in the upright position. Your throttle lever, which is over here to the left, you're gonna want that at about 50%. This is 100%, all the way up to 100%, all the way down 0. So you're gonna want it about 50 to 60%. Okay, so the choke is up, you've primed the bulb, your throttle's in the correct position. Now we're gonna give it maybe 3 to 5 pulls, and it should turn over. We'll hear the engine turn over once, and then we'll put the choke down, pull it again, and it should run smoothly. So the engine, you heard it flutter a little bit there, so the engine turned over. We're gonna put the choke down. We're gonna leave the throttle where it is. We'll give it a pull. Here's your kill switch right there. I just pressed that to kill the engine. You're gonna wanna first time out of the box, you're gonna wanna let your engine idle for probably 1 to 2 minutes. Just let it warm up. And this could be true first start of the day on a cold morning, let's say, as well. You're gonna wanna let that engine idle at a low throttle and really warm itself up before you give it full throttle. So, okay, that's a standard startup. That's assuming everything goes well, right? So I wanna go through a couple issues that some feedback we've gotten and kind of walk you through those. So let's say, okay, you're watching this video and you've been pulling on this thing for an hour, it just won't start up, and you realize, something went wrong, the choke wasn't in the right position, whatever it might be, and it's just not starting. So chances are your engine at this point is flooded. So you're gonna wanna take a look at the spark plug to verify. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So in your toolkit, which should come in the box with your sprayer, you have your spark plug removal tool right here. So you're gonna wanna use this kind of hexagonal end. Here's your spark plug underneath this rubber cover here. So you see that? Okay, so you're gonna take your tool, you're gonna fit it to the spark plug, you're gonna turn it counterclockwise to loosen. It should come out relatively easily. May require a little bit of force at first, but once you get it going, you should be able to just get it out of there. So I'm gonna give it a few turns. Okay, so we'll take out your spark plug here. Now what you're looking for is in that tiny little gap. If you notice any moisture or liquid, it looks like it might be moist or wet in any way, your engine's not going to start up. So you have a couple options. You can let this air dry. You can maybe very gently take a thin paper towel and pat it dry a bit to dry it off. But you're going to want to wait until that's completely dry, or get a replacement spark plug, put it in, and then you're going to want to repeat the steps you saw for the original startup. Putting the spark plug back in, whether you're getting a new one or replacement, just the same way you took it out, like a screw. Put it in there in the same location. Take your tool, obviously going now clockwise to screw it back in, and do that, and then put the cover back on and follow those original steps to turn it back on. Another issue that might come up, it's pretty rare, but depending on where you're located geographically. So let's say if you're in the Rocky Mountains or at a very high elevation, more than a couple thousand feet above sea level, and you're having issues, that may be due to the amount of oxygen in the air and the altitude. So we also have a tool that helps assist with that. It's this tool right here. We call it our carburetor adjustment tool. And what you do with this is it has a little key in it, and it connects directly to on the carburetor here. You'll see this black kind of dot looking thing, so you're going to want to put the tool in there, and that allows you to adjust the carburetor to get that proper fuel ratio so it'll run smoothly. Remember, at a higher altitude you're going to have less oxygen, so you're going to want to adjust the carburetor accordingly. And basically the way you want to test that out is you get the engine started, and then you slowly rotate the carburetor. I guess this would be counterclockwise. Again, kind of see how it sounds. You should be hearing a steady hum of the engine, and then if you turn it too much one way or the other, it will choke itself out and it'll shut off. So that's when you know, okay, I need to adjust it back the other way. So try and find that sweet spot where it's at a nice hum, like you heard when we fired up this engine just a few minutes ago. And yeah, so if you're at a high altitude, you can't seem to figure out what's going wrong, you're following the steps, chances are you're gonna need to adjust the carburetor, and you're gonna want this tool to do it. If you're at a normal sea level, or about at sea level, and you've been pulling on the recoil starter for hours, nothing's happening, check to make sure your spark plug's not flooded, and then get it back to so it's a dry spark plug, and start from the beginning, following those original steps to start on the engine. So again, it's for the TCS 6.5, TPS 25 backpack sprayer models.